Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Rob's Little Blue Book. And hey, Nick. Tonight we are doing agnolotti, which is one of my, well, I don't know, it's one of my favorite shapes to make. I think it's one of the most elegant of the pasta shapes, and I haven't made it in a very, very long time. So, hey, Rebecca. Just wanted to share it with you guys. And since it's mainly a technique thing, we're going to roll out the sheet of pasta. I kind of want to inspire you guys to try making your own pasta and show you how easy it is and how wonderful it tastes and how how versatile it is. So in terms of the filling tonight, we are going to be doing, we're kind of doing like I was going to do, look at the flavor matrix and make up, do I look serious? I don't feel serious. I was going to look at the flavor matrix, which is, if you guys didn't see this last week, this amazing, fantastic book, which just gives you all of the possible flavor combinations, very inspirational and whatnot. And I didn't get a chance to go out much today, so rather than reach for the flavor matrix, I reached into the fridge. So this is kind of, the filling is going to be kind of like what's in the fridge. And we are going to serve it with a traditional ragu, and you'll see what all that means in a sec. So let's go over ingredients really quick. So we are going to do the ragu is a variation on, the Marcella Hazan sauce that we always do on. Yes, they are. We always do on stream. And now this is the garlic confit. And, oh, you guys can't see it. What am I doing here? All right. Let's try that again. There we go. See? I'm catching on. So this is garlic confit. I think I've told you guys how to make this before in the past. It's super simple. Go to the store and get a bag of garlic, the peeled garlic cloves you get in the, the section with the garlic, and put it in a little dish. It can be like a dish like this or any kind of dish you want, as long as it's oven proof. Cover it with olive oil, put it in the oven on low, like 200, 250 for a couple hours until it looks like this, and then keep it in the fridge. And this is just amazing it has an amazing, nice, deep garlic flavor. It's not harsh, well, it's not as forward as fresh garlic, and it forms a great flavor base for so many sauces. And you also have like garlic olive oil in there, and it's just a great way to jumpstart recipes like on a weeknight. Any kind of sauce or anything you want to add flavor to, that's a fantastic thing to have on hand. And we're going to use it tonight. So the ragu, I'm going to use veal, and I'm going to use veal in the filling. The filling we're going to do, so I had some leftover spinach, which I got to use up. So we're going to use veal, spinach, a little parsley, which is not as old as it looks, and some parm in the filling, and I think that's it. Did I say cabbage? No, I didn't say cabbage. I had a cabbage. So you could use regular cabbage. I'm going to use Napa cabbage because that was in the fridge. And I'll show you guys how to do the filling in a sec. You can put anything you want in your agnolotti. It doesn't have to be like a meat thing. It could be, oh yeah, I'm going to use up some of my rosemary too. In the sauce maybe? Yeah, in the sauce. Okay, so, no, not in the garlic confit though. Where was I? What was I saying? Okay, don't remember. So in terms of steps here, and the veal's going to do double duty tonight, so we're going to get that started right away. I'm going to brown the veal. I'm going to get it right here. That's actually a lot of veal. Oh well, it'll be a hearty ragu. So this is kind of like, you're going to get an insight kind of into my, not only like a weeknight cooking thing, but also a little bit of like a menu planning thing here. So since I'm making a ragu, I'm going to make a full recipe. And I'm going to, I want that pan to wilt the cabbage too. We'll figure that out. And I'm going to use the ragu probably, and so, here's the star of the show, of course, is this pasta ball, which we're going to roll out in a few minutes. Look at the amazing green color. I'm just so in love with this spinach pasta for the color and everything else. I think normally, oh hey Paul, I would put plates in the oven if I had an oven down here. I just don't. So I will have to figure that out. I'm actually thinking of buying one of those Nova combi ovens, which are really expensive, but I really want one. So maybe I'll do that for down here. So normally for agnolotti that you're going to put a spinach filling in, you probably would just use a regular pasta. But I love this stuff. I love the look of it. I like the way it looks on camera. So I'm going to use spinach pasta anyway. That's really high. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, I have one ball down here for tonight for the agnolotti. And then tomorrow, I will roll out, well, I don't know, sometime soon, I'm going to roll out the other sheet and use the rest of this ragu and then whip up a bechamel and probably make a lasagna, like a small lasagna for Serena and I. So I'm getting a lot of mileage out of the cooking, you know? Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit of salt to this. Not a crazy amount because I'm going to salt the filling when it's done, but it's good to season kind of as you go. So I'm going to do that. And what else are we going to do here? I really need to get this brown, so let's just chop. So the full name of what we're doing tonight is actually agnolotti al plein, and you'll see when we roll it up, agnolotti is like a self-sealing ravioli, and plein means to pinch. And you'll see when we do it that you got to pinch it up. It's kind of cute actually. Okay, I'm gonna leave that on. I know I need some onion. I want some onion in my sauce, so I'm gonna like dice a bit of onion here. I don't need a ton for the sauce. This is pretty standard dice. That's probably enough onion. Put that aside for a sec. You know, I could almost start the sauce in the other burner. Can I get 2 burners in here tonight? You guys see okay? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait. This is almost browned up. Let's just do one thing at a time. Oh, it's under me. Here, let's bring this over front and center. And again, guys, you don't have to brown your meat super fast. I'm actually going a little bit quicker tonight. So we're going to take some of this for the filling, and we are going to take some of it for the ragu. It's actually cooking up really fast. Any questions so far? Seems very straightforward. By the way, as always, we got a giant block of parm, which we got at Costco. Fantastic Parmesan cheese. It's a great place to get it. So the filling we are going to actually like blend into like a paste, or like something we can put in a piping bag. A real Italian nonna would use like a little spoon and a knife and flick out perfect little bits of it. I can't do that. I don't know if there is a rule. I mean, there are classic pairings, and I don't know all of them. Certain stuffed pastas have, like, they have classic fillings. For example, tortellini is normally like a ricotta cheese filling. We did balanzoni the other week, and that's also a veal filling. But I don't think there are rules. I do know that in northern Italy, the agnolotti is served in a ragu, and a ragu has veal in it, and they would serve veal filling with the veal ragu. Okay, I'm feeling good. I think this is done. I'm just going to drain this real quick, and then I'll be right back. I'm not really going anywhere, but you know what I mean. Okay, may have to actually wash that pan. And we're going to put this Where are we gonna put this? I kind of want to drain this a little more, and I also want it to cool. We're gonna do this here. While I prep the rest of the stuff, so I'm just gonna like sprinkle it out here. So there's our veal all ready to go. Give it a quick rinse. And now we are going to, what are we gonna do? Let's go actually clean the pan. It doesn't really matter because the filling's gonna be all the same. It's just a little OCD there. Before we do that, let's cut up some veg. Yeah, I almost knocked that over. Suck. Okay. So the onion's going to go in the sauce. We'll do that in a sec. Actually, let's just put the onion. We're going to do the sauce in this pan. And guys, this is about as organized as I am normally on a weeknight, so just got to roll with it tonight. I have not done as much planning this week as I normally do, but that's okay. We're doing the rest of the filling. We're going to wilt some spinach, and we're going to chop some cabbage, and we're going to put in some fresh parsley. So let's take off. This is a little lazy. I'm taking off the outer leaves because I don't feel like washing it. We don't really need much cabbage. So let's just dig in here for this guy, and you. And I'm just kind of eyeballing the amounts that I want for the filling. I kind of feel like that's going to be about right. Maybe one more piece. Let's see what this looks like. I'm going to take the bulky ends off. I don't really want those. And it's all going in the blender anyway, so I just have to like cut this enough to wilt it. And the cabbage will take longer to wilt than the do I need to saute the aromatics for ragu? I don't think you do. I mean, I'm going to saute, for this ragu, I'm going to saute the onions in some of the garlic oil that we had there before I add the garlic. I think that's the only aromatics we're using, really. Okay, heat up a little olive oil here. And again, I'm using olive oil for flavor here. When you are using olive oil, you do have to be aware of the smoke point. No, it's not as low as everybody says. It's not going to explode and burn down your kitchen. Perfectly fine to saute with. And that has a really nice flavor. So the cabbage will take longer to wilt than the spinach. So I'm just going to soften the cabbage first. It won't take a lot longer. The spinach is going to go in a second. Oh, you guys can hear it? Does it help if I adjust the heat level? Am I gonna have to switch? Is it really bad? I can't hear it. It's like dog whistle to me. Somebody tell me if that's really driving them crazy. I can switch in a sec. It's funny, we didn't have, oh, I just adjusted the pressure. Okay, we didn't have it for the, oh, okay. Is this better? Is this livable? I think it might be time to actually invest in an induction burner. Okay, the other thing we can do is get some parm going here. We'll whack the end off this guy. Probably don't need that. And put the parm on what? Get it right onto here. Okay, that's soaked up almond oil. A bit more. Put the spinach in while we're doing the parm. Okay, grate some parm real quick. Eat some of it. So as I said, you can do whatever filling you want, right? You could literally just pipe ricotta straight into these. Or wilt the spinach blend it with the ricotta, or any variation of what we've got going on here. I think that's actually enough. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I think that's enough parm. Way too high. Oh, that's new. That's never happened before. Okay, heat is up too high. Sorry for the hiss, guys, but I gotta turn this guy down a little bit. I'm happy with the way the spinach is wilting here. Just gotta go a tiny bit longer. Sorry about that, Nick. All right, let's test a piece of cabbage. Oh, it's so hot. Okay, okay. Could be a little softer. We're gonna let that go just another second or two. Serena, I didn't even know there's a fire alarm down here. Fire alarm. Yeah, fire alarm. That's what smoke alarm is. Okay, so this cheese can go in. This is going to be part of our filling. And we're going to do this stuff in a second. I feel like that's enough, so that can just go straight in. It was quieter, that's for sure. That can go off for temporarily. Oh, and I wanted some I said parsley, right? I want to wax some parsley. Ooh, hot. I don't need a ton of parsley here. It's just add a slightly, bitter edge to it. Give that a little bit of a dice. Stir this, and then we're gonna have to go to our veal. And again, I'm just. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I'm gonna just eyeball this and go about that much veal. I think is about right. I'm also limited by my mini chop, and I do want some veal for the ragu, so I think that's about right. And it's all going to go in here, which I'm going to blend over here. You guys aren't going to be able to see it. I can bring it over. Maybe I can load it over here. It's not even going to be possible. I'm really pushing the limits of my mini chopper here. That's okay. This is a good little device. I've had this thing for so many years as a present for my kids for a birthday or Christmas or something. Still going strong. Never really felt I needed a bigger food processor. Come on. There we go. Okay, I'm going to mute the mic for just 2 seconds while I give this a quick blitz. So, I'm just bringing this over. This isn't quite done yet. I want to show you guys what I'm looking at, so you understand what we're doing here. So, oh, actually, now I take it back. So you can see I've got wonderful color and consistency here. I was thinking when it was over there that I didn't have enough I didn't have enough liquid, but I think this is excellent. Okay, never mind. Sorry. So my thinking was it wasn't loose enough and it wasn't blending the way I wanted it to. I was going to add a little of olive oil and maybe even some of the garlic stuff. But now I'm actually quite happy with it. I will add, since we're here, a pinch of salt and finish it off. So just give me one quick sec. Okay, I'm back. And to save on dishes, I'm going to put this straight into a piping bag, although I think I'm going to let it cool first. Am I going to let it cool first? I don't know, guys. Yeah, we're going to let that cool for a sec. I'm going to put it into a piping bag like this, and we'll just use it to pipe the sauce as we go. All right, where are we at here? So the filling is done. I'm happy about that. We got to get the sauce going, and then we're going to roll out the pasta sheet. So let's get our sauce going. We don't need this. And I'm actually probably going to switch, since this guy's problematic, let's switch burners. Switch back to Old Faithful here. And get our sauce started. So in terms of, oops, Rebecca was asking about sauteing the aromatics. Yes, we're going to do that. And I'm going to do it with a drizzle of this oil here. This is multi-purpose stuff. This is just great stuff. Probably just going to use it all because this is going to be the end of my garlic confit in this dish. Again, a pinch of salt's going to go in, help the onions release their moisture. I think I just threw the piping bag off the back of the counter too. Okay, so this seems like a lot going on, but remember you could do all of this in advance, and quite frankly, like throwing the filling together only took 18 minutes. Like that's not that bad. And that was like from, pretty much from scratch. Okay, well my onion sauteing, I'm using, again, canned San Marzano tomatoes, whole. Talked about that last week, why to use whole tomatoes or why only to buy whole tomatoes. Because if you want diced, you can simply bust them up, which is what we're going to do tonight. But it's really difficult to put the diced ones back to whole if you need whole tomatoes. And this one doesn't hiss. You guys can't hear that one, eh? Alright, well, that is what it is. I'm going to throw in, not yet, but I can prep some of this. We want a little bit of rosemary. I don't want a ton of rosemary, but I'm going to throw in a few leaves. Give it a little herb flavor. Maybe like, I don't know, that much maybe. I don't want a ton. Seems okay. Maybe a bit more. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, like that. Okay. I think what I'll do is then, actually, once the sauce is going, we're rolling out the pasta, aren't we? Okay. There's room for that. Let me see if I can move this burner while it's hot behind me. Once we get the sauce going. Oh, that really hurt. Kind of spattering a bit. Okay, we've got to wait a couple minutes for the onion to cook down. And then we're going to put the rest of the sauce together. Like the tomatoes, and the veal's going to go in towards the end. All right. Any other questions? Even on the basic tomato sauce, like we've done this a million times. And it's such a great tomato sauce. You can also do this, you know, if it's going to sit, if you're not using it for what we're using it for, you just wanted to make the Heisan version, you would simply cut that onion in half, plop it in face down, and take it out at the end. It would just simmer with the sauce, impart its flavor, and you could take it out at the end. I actually want the onion flavor. I like the hearty texture it gives to the ragu for this dish, so I'm actually got them diced in the thing. These are almost ready. I just want a little more color on them. Smells incredible. You can smell the garlic already. What do you think, guys? We don't want it to burn. How does it taste? A little hot. Not quite. Not quite. And always, guys, like, this is the way, you know, taste your food as you go. You need to know what the texture of it is. You need something, if it's done. Oh, yes, right. I gotta tell you, I don't miss that place. Okay, the onions are done. In go the tomatoes. And I pretty much, oh, that's good. Hey, Nick, what are you making? I pretty much always scale my recipes to 1 can of tomatoes. Unless I'm making a lot. Okay, I want my rosemary to go in. I'm gonna put all, so this looks like a lot of garlic, guys. It's really not, because these are really subtle. And as I said, it's everything in the fridge tonight, so that's gotta go. Everything must go, right? And we're just gonna bring this back up to temperature. Ooh, that sounds good, Nick. That's actually one of my favorite pasta dishes. Is there other peppers in it? Is it like sausage and peppers, or just the sausage? Okay, I'm just busting up these tomatoes. That sounds like a good dish, Nick. And this is really probably not to do this, but let's get this out of the way. Okay, somebody remind me. Yes, that's classic, Nick. That's going to be really, really good. Somebody remind me in. Oh, actually, let's just save a step. I'm just going to add the veal now. This can just go in. And all over the table. Awesome. So stir that. I just want to have a look at the consistency here. Oh, this is going to be a hearty ragu. Oh, no, okay. We're okay. I was worried it didn't have a tomato, but I just scooped up a bunch off the bottom. That's perfect. This is exactly the consistency I'm looking for. Another pinch of salt here. And that literally goes on the back burner. Okay. On to the next thing, which is going to be rolling out this sheet of pasta. Let me get it a little cleaned up here, because we need a nice clean top here. Won't be seasoning the pasta. And let's put that over there. Just give us a wipe down. This top, now it's so stained from past streams. Never looks clean, but it is clean. And it's flat, which is important, so. And I need some flour. Okay. Mochi pasta. I'm not sure I want to know, Nick. Okay, so this is actually going to come right up temperature fast. Minding my sauce. Okay, guys. Any questions before we get into rolling the thing? And we didn't need a cool thing tonight because we have this, which is always the cool thing. It's my Manarello from wonderful company in BC, whose name's what was it called? Nona's Wood Shop. Nona's Wood Shop. Just a fantastic piece of equipment. So I want to lightly flour the surface. Lightly flour myself. And you guys remember how this goes, right? It's... Nick, I don't know. They both sound a little odd to me, so I wouldn't even begin to guess. Okay, here's our wonderful passages, and we're just gonna do a little press here. Give me a head start on rolling this guy out, both sides. And I'm not, the camera's not, oh, the camera is shaking. Did I hit the mic? I don't know. Why is the camera shaking? Oh well. We're probably going to shake the camera tonight because this takes a, you know, there's a certain amount of kinetic energy that goes into this. It's just not going to like. And all I'm doing here is just giving it like a turn from maybe 10 till 2, 12 till 2. Mochi made with matcha, what? Oh, okay, this is actually a little bit sticky tonight. All right, this is just going to take a little bit of time tonight. I don't have quite as much space here as I used to at the old place. I think that was probably the only thing Love Crescent had going for it, was that amazing countertop. However, you gotta just do what we can do, right? This is just rolling out beautifully. I gotta say, I'm getting better at making the dough. I'm getting better at sensing the right hydration and the right, you know, I had the camera move further back for a while, but I didn't like it. But this is definitely, it's definitely a workout. Put down a little flour. Oh, of course. All right. I'm also not used to rolling with the computer monitor right in front of me. All right. Oh yeah, you are just seeing my head. Oh well, that's just the way it is, guys. Thankfully, I don't have to roll like a perfectly round sheet tonight. How's that? I'll practice rolling like camera style, I guess. What do you want to call it? Camera style rolling? Like, you can actually leave, like, if you do have a small table or something, it's okay to like let it hang off the edge, because you're really only rolling out like the upper half each time. And now, and then of course, this is like we haven't done this in a while. When it gets too big to turn, of course, you roll it up on the Mattarello, and that lets you, this is just rolling it beautifully. This is actually one of the best sheets I've made in a long time. Or the dough anyway. The sheet's a little wonky in terms of shape, but the other thing too with having it hang off the edge is it gives you a kind of like an anchor point, so it stretches easier. But pretty happy with the way this is going, but it does have a little ways to go, that's for sure. Getting there. I want this, you know, I want this pretty thin. So I'm actually being a little, kind of, not aggressive with it, but it does have a little ways to go. There we go. It is getting thinner though, as you can see, it's substantially bigger than when we started. Not quite there yet. Needs to get a little bit thinner. But this doesn't take long, guys. You can do so much. I could cut this, you know, into any pasta shape I wanted. I can cut this into noodles. I can make it into ravioli, tortellini, and cut it into strips. Like, whatever you want, pappardelle, like, you can do it. And this is kind of like the only way to get fresh pasta. Like, you can't buy fresh pasta at the supermarket, you know, unless you have like a little Italian place or like a restaurant supply place near you. You can't get fresh pasta. So it's definitely something worth learning how to do. Okay, we're getting really close, guys. Feeling good about this. This is very thin now. So if this was a, let me see, not quite. If this was a regular sheet, a non-spinach piece of pasta, we would be able to see through it now pretty clearly. This is very thin. I actually don't want to make it too I don't want to make it too thin for a filled pasta because I don't want them to bust open, right? So, although they do swell up. Pasta's always deceptive when you're rolling it out. It always looks like, you know, you got it super thin, and then you got to put it, you know, you put it in the water iron, and it gets quite, like, once it cooks up quite thick. I remember the first raviolis I ever made, a long time ago. I had no idea how thick sheets were supposed to be or anything. And honestly, I didn't have a Mattarello. I'd probably just roll it out with a rolling pin or something. And they were like, it was like two slices. It was like the filling was like between two slices of bread. It was like a pasta sandwich. It was not good. Okay. I actually think we might be all the way there. Let's just roll this whole thing out and have a quick peek. Can I actually roll the whole thing out? Not really. Let's try that. Okay, I'm gonna do one more roll. Flip this up. I want it here. A little bit tricky with the space. Okay. Now I can roll it out like this and we can have a look. There you go, guys. Like, yeah, that would be a lot of pasta. It was just like what I meant by pasta sandwich. It was like the top and bottom layers of pasta were as thick as slices of bread. Okay, what do you guys think? I think I'm gonna have trouble just getting it on the table even, but. This is really, I'm gonna make it thinner. I'm gonna go one couple more rolls, guys. Bear with me here. I want it to be right. Having said it was really thin, you can see how much it gives, you know. Okay. Come on, don't pinch. There we go. Okay. Now it's right. Now it just feels good. Okay. Now. Oh, I think I want this turned the other way. And it has a beautiful texture. You can see it. It's like folds like like cloth almost. Very, very happy with this. Don't think it needs to be any thicker. So now, let's get, let's check out our sauce, which is just doing beautifully. Turn the water back on. Okay. Now the trick is going to be cutting a piece out that we can use. So let's do it like... This is going to be noodles for tomorrow. Of course, we're not going to waste any of this. We'll cut this after. So now we're going to pipe it. Oh, I dropped my bag out. Give me a sec, guys. Let's fill the bag with the stuff. Any questions, guys? This actually seems pretty straightforward. Yeah, Nick, I think you're right. And you know what? A lasagna is the club sandwich of pastas. Right? Okay. Okay. Then all we do is like pipe a little bit. I'm going to start conservative on these guys. As I said, it's been a long time since I've done this. The only disadvantage I can see here as I'm piping, and not really a disadvantage, but remember appearance is important, is I have like a green filling on a green pasta. Which, of course, you won't be able to tell when the piece is whole, but you will be able to tell when you bite into it. So, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay. Wish me luck here, guys. So this just gets folded over really gently all the way down. You kind of got to like find the, there we go. Kind of got to find the little bits in between. And as I said, this is a, and then it's just up and pinch little guys like this. Pasta is not very sticky. Wish me luck, guys. Hoping this is sealing. These are like itty bitty agnolotti too. These are very small. Okay, I'm just going to hedge my bets. I'm just going to run down here, make sure I've got a decent seal all the way down, but I'm kind of happy with the way these look. And this last part is easy. Then we just go like, cut it off here. Oops, not quite so close. Back this guy up. I don't want to cut into the sheet. I need a tray or something to put these on. I don't have one. Okay. And then it's just roll them over. And there's your agnolotti. And just kind of, that final roll seals the ends and the edges and gives it the little pockets here. So you can see the little pockets come out on the side. Oh yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna have to, like, I don't know, do I need to rethink the food cam? Is it just, does it need to be like more, hang on, let me finish this while I'm like.
Hey,
Hmm?
look at the chat.
Oh, the head's in the way. Oh, my head was in the way the whole time, is that what you mean? Yeah, I can put the camera, and I'm gonna have to do that, guys. I'll put the camera further back next time, so I'm not leaning into it as much. And I'll also do the next roll much closer to the edge of the table. Okay, but let's have a look. So, this is it. This beautiful little shape with the little pockets there to catch the sauce, which is simply a product of how they are rolled together. This is just that's perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. These just look delicious, actually. The question is, where am I going to put them? And I'm going to put them on a floured tray for now. Until we're ready to eat them. I'm gonna do one more row at least. Yeah, Rebecca, that's something I'm thinking about actually, because they are tiny. I don't want them to get lost in the ragu. But it's also a hearty ragu, although the tomatoes are breaking down. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so let's do another row, and let me try and I'm gonna try and back off the edge here, and you guys, somebody, let me know if my head's in the way. By the way, here's a tip about piping bags, which is not immediately apparent. It's almost like a glue gun, but when you are piping, don't squirt it out of the bag onto your surface. You put the tip against the surface so it comes out and kind of like grows on the surface. Think like 3D printer. There we go. And you guys can see, great. I knew I'd get it right sooner or later. Okay. And again, let's oh no, Rob. It's always hard to get up the first. I did it from this side. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna go with my original routine here. And just fold the whole thing over. Hopefully I'm not in the way. I do have to kind of lean in and see here. And you do this part just kind of by feel. You can feel where the little pockets are. I get them all set up for the pinch. La pline. And then we're just pinch them up. Roll it up and pinch. And when you watch experienced Nonas do this, they do not do it slow like I am doing. They just like boom, boom, boom down the line. It's quite impressive. I am going slow, and I don't want mine to bust open. And I feel like, almost like the sheet's a little, I almost want to wet it or something. I don't think I need to, but it kind of feels like that. I'm going to hedge my bets again by going down and making sure everything's got a good seal. So the other thing too is, this is a fluted cutter. It is not technically the proper tool for this. So, and I'm gonna buy one right after this stream. An Italian pasta cutter is also a sealer. So this bit here, it will have the fluted edge thing, but it also has kind of like a fat part. It's much fatter on each side almost like a mini steamroller, so that the flat parts seal each piece of pasta and the middle part cuts it. I don't have that. I really want one. I'm just going to do it this way. But in a couple of weeks you'll see I'll probably have one. I'll show it to you guys. And then we just zip them off. I gotta say, it's really satisfying doing it this way. Yeah, these are a little stuck. Now, tell me you're not stuck to the table. You're not. Okay. Where'd my tray go? All right, here we are. Okay, so any questions, guys? I feel like that's probably enough for 2 portions. Should I do another row? Do you guys want to see another row, or are we good? There's an Italian Elon Musk. Wasn't the regular version enough? Okay. I think... Oh yes, right, I did see that. Okay, I think, what do you think guys think? I think one more row? I've got enough filling. Let's do one more row. In for a penny, in for a pound, right? But what I am going to do, remind me, is I'm going to wet the sheet slightly before I roll it over. Here we go. Try and pick things up a little bit. Great. Okay, now for this one, I'm just gonna cheat slightly here, guys. It's not really cheating. I do want them to seal, but I'm just gonna like get the sheet a bit wet as we go down. Not as easy as it looks getting it wet, that's for sure. There we go. Okay. Let's flip this guy over. All the way down. Oops. Yes, yes, yes. Find our pockets. Hopefully you guys can still see. And we pinch. Yeah, so the water's helping a fair bit, getting a seal, but it's also now making things a little bit messy. Is maybe too much water? I don't know. I'm sure after you do a few thousand of these, you get the hang of it. It's really fun to do. I gotta say, this is really satisfying. It's not nearly as annoying as tortellini. Hey Enzo! You're almost in time for the taste test. We're just finishing up our agnolotti. And then zip, zip. And you can see they just like kind of roll off the cutter. Way more fun than tortellini. Yeah, the water's boiling behind me, Rebecca, thank you. It's not salted though, it's a good question. And I'm gonna want to, okay. So let's get these here. Oh, these ones are a little bigger too. Okay, I need to just regroup, guys. Give me a sec to get everything cleaned up. What am I gonna do with you? Okay, so hang on, guys. I don't want to waste this. I'll show you what to do with leftover pasta. I'm just gonna we're just gonna wet. Left over except for that part. We're just gonna roll this guy into noodles real quick. And I'm sure I have hit the exact width of some Italian shape or noodle name that I don't know the name of. And I'm going to put those, the rest of the flour in here. And these you just give these a toss in the flour, and I've got like nice, I don't know, it's almost like pappardelle. Nah, it's too fat. It's too fat for fettuccine. Tagliatelle maybe? Anyway, I got lunch tomorrow. There you go. Okay, you go away, you go away. So where are we at, guys? Are we in good shape? I think we're in good shape. I need to wipe this up. And I think you just got to boil the pasta and eat it. How do you guys feel about that? I feel good about it. All right. That's boiling away. What's the best way to do this? Don't know, guys. I think, okay, give me 2 seconds here. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. I think what we're going to do is this. There's our ragu. We don't need all the ragu. I am going to prep it right here and just in this pan. Give me a sec. Okay, which means we can put the agnolotti in the water. Okay, we can actually put them in that. I have the worst little electric burner back here. You get to guys see. So I'm basically going to cook these up until it's 7:57. These are going to be 3 minutes tops. We're going to go till 8 o'clock. And I kind of want these at a gentle boil because I think they might be a little bit fragile. So I don't want to blow them up in the water. There we go. Well, it should cook up a beautiful green color. I did say 8 o'clock, right? I feel like 8 o'clock is about right. Yeah, you think so? The upstairs kitchen, Serena, is just, it's such an odd shape. I mean, I would have to just set it up in the dining room the same way we do it here, but then I'd be like, maybe it would work. Running into the kitchen to do and not sure I have enough cameras. Yeah, it is a holiday theme. Oh yeah, and we're going to finish it. Thank you for mentioning that. We're going to finish it with a little parm, of course. Plates weren't in the oven, but I got bowls here. So I'm thinking, I don't know, guys. I'm pretty sure these are done, but I don't want to underdo them. I can also finish them in the sauce a little bit. Hey, Sabrina. I don't have 8 bodies. I definitely don't have 8 camera bodies. That would be way too many. I don't even think I have 6. Okay, let me grab one of these guys and see how he's doing. He's hot. So good. Okay. Yeah, it's ready. Okay. Wow, even just that. Wow. Okay, this is gonna be good. Let's get them out into a pan here. You can see the color before they get all sauced. Oh, you can't because I put them right under the thing. Hold it off to the side. You guys can see the color? I'm gonna give them a little shake because the little pockets, of course, as well as holding sauce, also catch the water. Okay, back on the heat. Let's give it a good glop of. Oh, it smells good too. Okay. That in. Definitely enough ragu. I almost want my ragu a little more liquid, and I don't really have. Oh, here we go. Here, let me steal some tomato sauce. I want this a little runnier. This is a very thick ragu. And I think it's because we left it on the thing, but it still looks fantastic. Let's just get this nice and sauced up. Yeah, Sabrina, that's a fucking excellent idea. You're very smart. Okay. Yes, there we go. Yay for chat, guys. So this'll just, that starchy water will thicken up with this sauce perfectly. Really should have thought of that, but I'm really glad you did. Oh, almost there, almost there. Thank you. Okay, let's figure out how to get this into the bowls. And Serena, if you want to pop down for yours, it'll be ready by the time you get here probably, especially with the chat delay. Okay. And need this. Let's just clean up the rim on this one a little bit. This can go away. Where'd my spoons go? Forks. We're gonna do forks. Get some cheese over Serena's. Down. Actually, I'm gonna swap these around. We're gonna give this one to Serena. Yeah.
You drank my beer.
Yeah. That's right. They're gone. Oh, fork. Okay, guys. It is time for the taste test. As I said, it's been a little while since I made this. I do have a little sneak preview because I snagged one out of the water. Can't beat it, guys. Homemade pasta, like, it's just it's really good. I'm definitely gonna add another pinch of this for later. A little pinch to mine. It's just slightly under seasoned, I think. I'm gonna give this a toss. Probably should have tasted the ragu before I put it in. But whatever, it's a weeknight, right? This is the way I do it. Got a big chunk of tomato here. No. It's funny when just that extra little pinch makes a difference. Yeah. I don't want to tell you guys. Yeah, garlic bread would be a definite a good accompaniment for this. Right. Wow. Okay, guys. It tastes great. I really wanted to do this for you tonight to show you that. Yeah, what time is it? 8:06. We did this in an hour, right? I'm gonna make lasagna with it in the next couple of days, Sabrina. I can't stress enough what a worthwhile skill it is to have to be able to make fresh pasta. There are infinite variations on what you can make with pasta. It can be, even like, I got my tagliatelle for lunch tomorrow, which is hopefully not sticking. It's not. I can toss that with the ragu. Like it's limitless. And it's so easy. And most of the Italian pasta dishes, let's face it, they got 4 or 5 ingredients and that's it. And you usually have them on hand. So, okay guys, that's everything I wanted to cover. I'm gonna hang around for 2 seconds, a minute or two, for any questions that might come up. We covered everything I wanted to cover. As always, thank you for joining me. I love doing this, and it's a privilege to do it for you guys, so I really appreciate you being here. Cheers. I will move the food camera back next week, a little further. Thanks, Andrew. And I will say, I'd rather make 200 of these guys than 200 tortellini. I really like tortellini, but man, that's a pain in the butt shape to make. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. Have a fantastic night, and enjoy your holidays.